Hello everyone, and this is BioPhoenix here, and today we're going to be doing a collection video on the Nintendo DS. A pretty good handheld that I do enjoy. I mean, I thought it was kind of unique with its two screens, and you know how some games utilize the two. I thought it was kind of neat and different, but it actually did work pretty well for some games. And with that said, I don't really need to say much about the DS, and yes, I do plan on doing a 3DS collection, and of course, as you know me, how I do my collection videos, I like to actually talk about the games and tell you my experience with them and my opinions and all that kind of fun stuff, and of course, if you guys have any as well on some of these games, then let me know, and we can have a discussion about it. So with that said, let's just get right to it. Alright, so first up we're going to go from Z to A because why not? And that happens to be Windy X Windam. So this is a fighting game on the DS, yeah, which is kind of weird. And it, as you can see here, it has Izuma, the unemployed ninja, which is kind of interesting. She also has games on the DS, and I don't know who any of these other characters are, but she's the only one that I recognize. And, yeah, this game is, it's alright, I don't know. I mean, you can't really expect a fighting game on the DS to be, like, super great, because, you know, the D-pad on the DS is not really, like, the best. But, you know, it's okay, I guess. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't pay, like, a lot of money for a game like this. I actually found this game, like, a couple years ago for, like, I don't even remember how much it was. It wasn't that expensive. I don't know if it still is or not, but, yeah, like I said, just a kind of okay fighting game. Alright, so here's Valkyrie Profile Covenant of the Plume. So, this is a tactical RPG, which is kind of different for the series, and, now, unfortunately, I can't say much other than that, because I haven't actually, like, played much of the game at all. So because of that, I can't say much, but it does look like a pretty cool one, and I've heard from a few people that it was actually a pretty good game, so, you know, it's one I do look forward to playing. I just haven't been able to, like, you know, get right into it there, but for anyone that has played this, then let me know what you think. So this here is Trace Memory. So this is a pretty interesting game that is made by Sing, which is unfortunate that they're not around anymore because Sing actually put out some pretty cool games. In fact, I reviewed one of them, being Glass Rose on PS2. That was a weird one, but it was kind of funny though. But, yeah, this one I do think is pretty good from what I played. Unfortunately, I never actually finished it. In fact, I probably might, like, restart on the game because I kind of don't really remember what the hell I was doing. But, yeah, it's a point-and-click adventure game. And you play as this character named Ashley, and you have to go on an island to try to find your father. And it's, like I said, it has some pretty cool puzzles, and the story was kind of interesting, and I love the art style, and, yeah, there's also a sequel on the Wii, but unfortunately that one never came out to North America, which kind of sucks. And here is Sonic Rush. So, I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, it's a 2D Sonic game that plays very similar to the Sonic Advance games, which are pretty good, by the way. And this one I actually do like a little bit better than most of those, at least from what I remember playing of them, because I haven't played them in ages. But, yeah, it's actually a pretty good one, and, of course, the music in this game is great, but it's very different for a Sonic game, but it worked really well, though. But I guess it doesn't come as a surprise, because most Sonic games have, like, great music. Even the bad Sonic games have really good music, so I guess that doesn't really come as a surprise, but yeah, a pretty good one that I can definitely recommend. So this right here is Spectral Force Genesis, and man, look at that cover art. I have to say, that's actually a pretty nice looking one. I really like the art style on it. But yeah, that was actually part of the reason why I bought it, other than the fact that it was kind of cheap and I thought it looked kind of cool. But yeah, so this is a unique mix of three great genres. You got War Sim, RTS, and RPG. And it definitely does live up to that. So, how exactly does this game play? Well, I only played it one time, and I gotta be honest, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Like, this is one of those games where the game doesn't really do a good job at telling you how to play it. Like, it kinda tries to, but not very well. So when I got into a battle in the game, I just kinda died, because I was like, what the fuck do I do? But, yeah, I don't know, it seems okay, but, I don't know, maybe it's one of those games I just gotta, fucking learn it, and I just never really took the time to do so, but if any of you guys ever played it, well, let me know. So, this is Pokemon Conquest, a really random-ass idea for a game, where you take Pokemon and mix it with Samurai Warriors, although in this case, it's more like, Nobunaga's Ambition, but all the characters have, like, their Samurai Warrior designs, and all that, which is kind of interesting, but kind of weird and random. But okay, so this game is obviously it's a more of a tactical RPG where you have Pokemon, and of course you battle against other Samurai Warrior characters, and you take over bases and all that kind of stuff. And it's okay. So when I first played this game, I actually did really like it a lot. I actually would say it's almost great, almost, but unfortunately, the farther I got into the game, I just kind of just put it down because it just got a little bit too tedious for me, and I just kind of wasn't in the mood for it, and so that's kind of unfortunate. But other than that, though, I did like it, but yeah, definitely not a game I can recommend for everyone, though. But a pretty interesting concept, and now that we're on the subject of Pokemon, though, you guys are probably wondering, well, what about the mainline games? Do you have any of those? Well, I used to own them. I don't own them anymore because I sold them to a friend of mine. Yeah, I had Pokemon Diamond, like, complete in box, and I had Pokemon Pearl, but a loose cart that, believe it or not, I actually found on the ground, and it actually still worked. And, yeah, like I said, I don't have them anymore. I gave them to a friend of mine, and honestly, it's better to be in his collection anyways, because, I wasn't playing them, and besides, if I'm gonna go back to Pokemon, it would probably be, like, Gen 2 and, the GameCube games. Alright, so, does anyone have nostalgia for the game nostalgia? Well, probably not, but anyways, so, yeah, this is an RPG that is made by, apparently, Tecmo and Red Entertainment. How very different. Actually, I knew Tecmo made the game, but I actually forgot that Red Entertainment was involved with it, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, this is an RPG that has a setting that kind of reminds me of Skies of Arcadia, because you get like a flying ship, and you can also do like ship battles and stuff. That part is actually pretty awesome. I do like that, but unfortunately, the rest of the game is just kind of okay. I mean, it's pretty typical turn-based, not a crazy... It doesn't have, like, a crazy unique battle system. The story is average. So, yeah, knowing all that, I can't really recommend it for the most part. Also, I'm pretty sure this game has actually gone up in price by quite a bit, which I don't know why. I mean, the game isn't, like a masterpiece or anything, but I don't know. Like I said, if you're curious about it, I would say either try to get it if it's cheap or just emulate it. But honestly, though, it's alright. It's not as good as Skies of Arcadia. Alright, so we got Ultimate Mortal Kombat. But before we talk about this game, I actually had a loose card stuck inside this case, and I took it out. And that happened to be, wait. COD 4 Modern Warfare on the DS. Oh yeah, best game ever. Nah, actually, I did play this just for lols one time, and, yeah, it's pretty crappy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I actually do like the original COD 4. I actually thought it was enjoyable for what it was, but, yeah, just don't fuck with FPSs on DS, like, what the fuck are you thinking? But, yeah, as for Ultimate Mortal Kombat, so... I thought this was a pretty interesting port of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and also has a puzzle combat, which is amusing. I think that was in Mortal Kombat Deception, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, another thing I do like, too, is that it actually shows you, like, the move lists on, like, one of the screens, so that, therefore, you don't have to, like, pause the game and be like, oh, wait, what was how do you do the Ice Blast again? Or how do you do the Scorpions, get over here! How do you do that again? Yeah, so I thought that was actually kind of nice and helpful, but yeah, pretty good version of the game, and yeah, probably one of the better fighting games I played on the DS, to be honest. Mario Kart DS, pretty good Mario Kart game if I say so myself. Also, this was actually the very first game I ever bought myself on the DS, along with another Mario game, which I will get into. And yeah, I know I got that, like, stupid gunk from those old GameStop stickers, or EB Games stickers, I should say. But, yeah, so one thing I really do like about this game that, unfortunately, I've never seen them bring back, was that you can actually make your own emblems. Like, I actually spent, like, almost, like, an hour and a half trying to make a emblem of, the the sprite of the Black Mage from Final Fantasy, and it actually looked really good. I liked it. I kind of wish they'd bring something like that back into like some of the other Mario Kart games, because it was fun to mess with, but you know what's gonna happen when they do. You're gonna get people who are gonna draw like penises and fucking swastikas and other bullshit like that. It's gonna ruin it for everyone, but whatever though. But yeah, really good Mario Kart game. I don't really need to say much. If you know what Mario Kart is, then you know what this game is. Alright, so this is the very first time when Nintendo was really trying hard to try to make another Super Mario Bros. 3 type game, and they just kind of tried to add very little stuff to it each time, and yeah, basically, if you heard what I said about the Wii U games of New Super Mario Bros. Wii U and all that, then it's basically copy-paste of that into this, but only that this is not nearly as good, and besides, it only has the giant Mario power-up, so yeah, it's really nothing crazy. Now, this is the other first game I got with my DS along with Mario Kart, so yeah, I guess you could say I was a huge Mario fan. Well, I still am, but anyways, though. But yeah, Mario 64 on the DS. A pretty great version of it, if I say so myself. I love the fact that you can play as, like, other characters like Luigi, Yoshi, and Wario. Sadly, no Waluigi, but that's okay. And yeah, no, I still haven't gotten rid of that freaking sticker from EB Games all those years ago when they used to have yellow ones. And, yeah, basically, if you know what Mario 64 is, and you know what this game is, there's not much to say about it, but, I really wish they would, redo this again on, like, the Switch or something, because as much as I do like it on the DS, unfortunately, playing this game on, like, the DS D-pad is, not the best. In fact, I actually find it kind of hurts my fingers after a while. So this is Lux Payne, yeah, not to be confused with Max Payne. So, okay, one thing I have to mention is that when you look at the front cover right here, look at this guy's face. Like, he just looks so fucking derp. Like, it's just funny as shit to me. But, yeah, unfortunately, this is another game that I got that I just never got around to playing whatsoever. But the reason why I got it, though, is because the story of it and the concept kind of sounded interesting. Like, pretty much you play as this detective guy, and you have, like, the ability to, like, go inside people's minds, and you have to solve the crime within. So, in a way, it's kind of like, that one game I played recently, the AI Somnian Files, but, that game you're going inside people's dreams. For this, he literally goes inside people's minds to find different stuff, but yeah, like I said, the concept sounds really interesting, and it's another one of those games that, like I said, I just really want to play. I just haven't got around to it, though, but if any of you guys played it, then let me know. But, yeah, just look at the fucking derp face. It's like, derp 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 derp. Alright, so this is Luminous Arc, the very first game in the series, and this is a series of tactical RPGs, and I really like them a lot, at least the ones that I played, being this one, and I played the spiritual successor on the 3DS, being Stella Glow. That one I'll talk more about, but yeah, this one I actually think is probably one of my favorite tactical RPGs on the DS. I actually really enjoyed it a lot from what I played. I never finished it, though, but maybe I should one of these days, but yeah, I thought the characters were a lot of fun, I loved the music a lot, and the gameplay was just very easy to pick up and just very satisfying to play. So if you really love tactical RPGs, this is one I can definitely recommend in case you haven't heard about it. The Legendary Starfy. Yeah, kind of a weird name for a game, but then again, you are playing as a starfish, but yeah, anyway, so this is a very interesting, like, underwater platform type of game. It actually kind of reminds me of Kirby in the sense that it's, like, not only does it look really cutesy, but also it's a, it's a game that's kind of relaxing, it's easygoing, it's not, like, super frustratingly hard, so good thing it's not like Battletoads where it, like, totally kicks your shitter in. It's not like that, but, yeah, like I said, it's a pretty decent, underwater-themed platformer. It was just kind of weird to think. In fact, you'd think, like a platforming type of game where it has to do, like, all underwater, you'd think that would be total fucking hell. But, nah, they made it kind of relaxing. It's kind of a surprise. And this is Hotel Dusk, Room 215. This is actually another one of those games made by Sing, just like Trace Memory. And just like that one, this is another game that, like, I played, like, very little of it, but just never got around to getting back to it, though. And, yeah, maybe around very time soon, I'll play this and Trace Memory. So, yeah, anyways, so this one actually has a really awesome art style. It kind of reminds me of like a graphic novel or something. And also the way how you have to play the game is interesting. Like you see here, like you actually have to put like your DS sideways. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like you're reading an actual book. So, yeah, this is one I could definitely recommend too if you're a fan of like, point and click visual novel style games. It's definitely a very cool and unique one. So we got Dragon Quest V. Now this is probably one of my personal favorite games in the series. Either would be this one or Dragon Quest VIII. It's hard for me to pick because I really do love both of them quite a lot. And, yeah, so this one is just really damn good. I mean, like I said, it's probably one of my favorite ones for that. I do find, like, the beginning part of the game doesn't start out, like, super slow. Like, it just starts out, like, right into the action. Good stuff. And, of course, I also like the story structure, too. I thought it was a little bit different than a typical Dragon Quest game. I mean, it does have a few things that are typical, but, I thought it did do enough different things that it was kind of stood itself apart a little bit more. And also, it's kind of interesting that the Dragon Quest animated movie actually took it off of this game. Shit, yeah. Chrono Trigger. I mean, there's not really much I need to say about this game either. I mean, it's another great, fantastic game that doesn't need any introduction, but I guess I gotta say that this is probably not only, like, the best version of the game, because you get, like, little extra stuff in it, and also it still has all the animated cutscenes from the PS1 version, but without the load times, which is awesome. But also, it's the most easy access purchase that you can get like worldwide, because unfortunately in Europe they didn't get the SNES version, which is pretty what the fuck. So yeah, this one, it's available worldwide, and it should actually still be pretty affordable, at least a lot cheaper than the SNES game. So now we got the Castlevania games on the DS. These are the two I have. Unfortunately, I don't have Dawn of Sorrows, the one that has the cover within a cover. Yeah, it's great. If I ever got a copy of that game, it probably would be that one, just because it's just too funny to me. But, yeah, I have played it before, though, and I do really like it. It was just the whole, boss gimmick thing I wasn't a fan of. But other than that, though, it was great, and I would like to own it. But, yeah, so this one is Portrait of Ruin. This one, to be honest, might actually be, like, not only is it, like, my favorite out of the DS games, but it's also probably one of my favorite Metroidvania games in the series. I don't know if I'd say it's better than Symphony of the Night, but I'd say it's pretty damn close. But, yeah, fucking awesome. I love it. And then this one, I unfortunately didn't play a lot of this one. I actually got it somewhat recent years, I want to say. I can't remember when, but I know I didn't get it, like, not too long ago. But, yeah, from what I played of it, though, it did seem like a pretty good one. I don't know if I like it better than Portrait of Ruin, though, but from what I played, it seemed enjoyable, though. In fact, in a lot of ways, I find I forget her name, but I find her character design in a lot of aspects does kind of remind me of Millennia from the Deception series, because she's wearing like dark blue. She has like her back exposed. She has like a red mark on her back, and then she also has like black hair. Although hers is like super long though. But other than that though, she does have a lot of similarities that reminds me of it, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, you really can't go wrong with this trilogy, in my opinion. I find these games are just really great. And I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the art style, and that's totally understandable. It's fine, but I don't mind it personally. I mean, the most important thing is really the gameplay, and well, the gameplay is definitely here within these games. Alright, so for the last one, we're ending it off with a rather lame one, and that being Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles. So, I only have this game because at the time when I got it, I was pretty big into the Assassin's Creed games, and I was really curious to see how this game turned out, and well, yeah, I was kind of a dumbass for falling into that, because yeah, this game is pretty shitty. It's not good at all. I mean, it's not really so much a stealth game, it's more like a 3D like action game, which seems like it could be interesting, but it just doesn't play very well. It's very mediocre, not very memorable, and also the bosses in this game are fucking bullshit hard. So yeah, just not a good game. It sucks. But the one good thing I can say is that I thought it was kind of unique with the way how you can like pickpocket people, where you actually have to use the stylus to like drag the item without like touching the walls. I thought that was kind of interesting, but other than that, this game can just go fuck itself. It sucks. So that'll be it for all the DS games that I have in my collection as of 2020. And join me next time and we'll talk about some 3DS games. So like I said, if you guys have played any of these before, let me know what you think. And with that said, thanks for watching and commenting.